Hello friends, today we're gonna do a somewhat unusual video. Um, I'm gonna try live for the first time. I haven't tried it before. 1950s Puerh from that was brought by a tea friend of ours, Brian, one of our friends and customers who just came back from Paris, and he visited a few tea shops there. And one of the tea shops that he visited was uh, Wistaria in Paris, and from there he brought this Puerh. It's 1950s Puerh. That's all we know about it. Um, of course, it's shampooer because at that time there was no such thing as shoewear yet. And this is what it looks like. It looks completely oxidized and fermented by this time, post-fermented. So this is the first time trying this pour. Don't know what to expect yet. So when you're trying this kind of tea, a rare tea that you don't have much of, so just for the reference, 25 grams of this pu'er costed, if I'm not mistaken, costed me 70 euros. So 70 euros, not sure how much is it in dollars. I think around $80, I would guess. So when you're trying this kind of tea that you don't have much of, you have to carefully choose the teaware that you're gonna be using. So I decided to boil water in Chao uh, clay kettle, and normally I would, for an occasion like this, I would use a proper Chao stove with olive peat coal, charcoal. However, it would take a long time to start. So for the purpose of live video and given that we're limited in time, um, I decided to go with electric stove, though I would prefer like a open fire. Um, I just had this thought. I Instead of using charcoal, I probably should have used my travel gas stove. That would be probably a better choice, but it is what it is. And for the teapot, I was debating between using a porcelain Gaiwan because I wanted to have that unadulterated taste of this tea. But I decided to use this aged clay. This is shrimping teapot from Zini clay from Benshan from Huanglong Mountain in Yixing. The clay was aged for over 20 years. I decided to use this clay because it's an overall an excellent clay and performs really well with most of teas that I've tried it with before. Just puts an accent on all the right notes and uh, masks everything that's unwanted in tea. So I made this choice because I want to uh, get some heat retention because aged pu'er aged for such a long time. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but it's not pressed. It's pu'er in loose leaf form, in Mao Chao form. Um, So when you're dealing with such aged tea, you want to get all the heat that is available to you because you need to wake up these leaves. So hence my choice, and I decided to drink it from the uh, glass cup just for you guys to see the color of the brew and the progression of it. So without much more delay. Let's get to the tea and see what it's like. So first, of course, I'm gonna warm up my pu-erh. Sorry about this incident, guys. I'm a little bit nervous, as you can see. It's not every day I get to try 1950s Puerh live on camera. So for this teapot, this is 110 milliliters teapot, and I decided to use 8 grams of tea. I decided to up the ratio a little because once again it's a very aged pu'er, so we need to wake it up. So I need as much heat as possible and a higher ratio. I think it would give a better results than my usual 1 to 20 ratio. So while the tea is warming up, let's take a smell of the dry leaves. So the aroma of the dry leaves is very, very, very faint. It's very clean. It has a little bit, a tiny bit of dampness, um, like when you go to a pool and you swim a little, and then your equipment, your hat and your goggles for swimming, they have this faint aroma, faint smell of the pool. So this is what this 1950s pu'er in dry form smells to me like. So even the warmed up leaves, the aroma is rather faint. Smells reminds me smell of the basement when you open it and where you keep in Eastern Europe. This is what we do. We keep potatoes in the basement usually. So this is the smell that it reminds me of. Potatoes and carrots. But once again, the aroma is rather faint. It's not a strong aroma. So let me up the temperature a little bit over here. Get the water boiling. So I want to heat up my teapot as much as possible. That's why I'm pouring boiling water on the outside of the teapot as well. I'm gonna keep the lid closed. So I'm not gonna discard the first brew, at least not all of it. Once again, you don't get to drink 1950s Puerh every day, so I want to see what the first brew tastes like. I love the color of it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really, really beautiful so far. Right now, the earthy notes, the basement notes, are much more apparent. Surprisingly, there is plenty of taste even from the first brew. It reminds me very much of Lubao, warm, earthy notes with very apparent notes of betel nut, some floral notes as well. I didn't expect it to be so flavorful from the very first brew, to be honest. That's a pleasant surprise to me. So, for me, this is the first time trying such an aged puer. I never tried anything like this before. Um, the oldest puer I've tried was from the 80s, and that was actually shoe puer. So, this is the most aged Shan puer I ever tried in my life. And I have to say, the first infusion, I would never be able to tell that it was once uh, green, fruity puer, Shan puer. Look how much darker the color became. It definitely very much looks like shoe. But as I said, the taste, it's a beautiful dark like burgundy color. But the taste reminds me Lubao more than anything else. so far. Let's see how the second brew will go. I just love watching steam rising from Gongdao Bay, from the cup. So more of the same aroma with some medicinal notes now. Yes, it's very nutty. Nuts like betel nuts, probably the most prominent note in it right now. It's very clean, given its age especially. It's mineral, has long-lasting sweetness in the back of the throat. The empty cup gives me notes of yencha, of oolongs, a little bit of leather, of caramel, of tobacco. Leather, caramel, and tobacco. This is what I get from the empty cup. So pleasant and unexpected. Very smooth, of course. Zero astringency, zero bitterness as expected. I gotta feed some to my tea pet. Oh, wrong cattle. Hold off the water too much. To be honest with you, the teapot, the wet leaves are not giving me much aroma. I feel some very pleasant earthy notes, not like dump earth, but very pleasant, nice earthy notes. But other than that, um, doesn't give me much aroma to be honest. We're gonna get a nice and thick brew. I'm not afraid to overbrew this tea because, as I said, there is zero astringency, zero bitterness, so I'm sure it can take longer infusions. And I'm not opening, not keeping the lid open in between the infusions because I want to retain heat inside of the teapot. That's my favorite sound of clay kettle. Let it cool off a little bit. So I felt a very strong development of the taste between the first and the second infusion. And between the second and the third, even though you saw that I kept the tea in for quite a long time, it feels like the taste is subduing a little bit. Let me brew it again and actually mix the two infusions a little. So this was our third one, and this is the fourth. Oops. Sorry for being a little bit clumsy today. I love this steam rising from teapot, gong dao bay, the cup, everywhere. the aroma from the cup dissipated. The color of this Puerh is just spectacular. I just wanted to snap a picture of it, but then I realized that I'm filming this on my phone. So in terms of taste, it mellowed down a lot. I cannot say it's watery, but also it's not as rich as it was on the first two infusions. It is very mellow now, mostly like very pleasantly earthy notes without this overwhelming dampness, nothing like this, not at all. But also, I get a tiny bit of fruitiness on the background and a little bit of nuttiness. But right now, overall, is just like a nice, pleasantly mellow brew. In terms of the tea of this tea, as I feel it, I wouldn't say it's very strong. It's noticeable, but it's not something that is in your face apparent tea of this tea. I feel calm energy. I would call it calm energy. I feel energized and I'm calming down. I was a little bit nervous when I was starting it. You could probably see it. I feel much more mellow now. At the same time, I definitely woke up a little bit. I feel warmth going through the body. More, more of it in the upper body than in the lower body, actually. So I think I'm gonna give it one more good push, like a long one. See if anything changes in the taste and the aroma. The body is like this tea has medium body. It has pleasant thickness, but it's not too thick, not coating thick, but not watery either. So it's like smack in the middle, I would say. teapot definitely deserved good tea. I want to give water like good boil, really nice push for the tea. So I'm gonna pour on the outside first, then on the inside, and then some more on the outside. Really let it sit in boiling water for a while. So this is our fifth infusion. Rising steam is just mesmerizing. I'm rocking the teapot gently because I want the brew to mix well inside of it. Watching rising steam is like watching fire. Something that can be watched indefinitely. So right now from the hot brew, the aroma of basement where you keep potatoes and carrots once again became very apparent. It almost disappeared on the third and fourth infusions, but right now it's very apparent again. But the taste is very plain at this point. like water with sweetened. It tastes like sweetened water actually, without somehow being watery. I don't know if it makes sense. It's still pleasant. It's just not much taste in it. Almost don't feel the aroma of the empty cup. Very pleasant, sweetened, sweetened water with nutty water with nutty notes. Almost no aroma in Gongdao Bay, surprisingly. That's very surprising. Pleasantly earthy aromas from the lead. And pleasant and but faint aroma from the wet leaves inside of the teapot. Nothing too expressive, but if I get really close, I get once again pleasant aromas of the basement with vegetables, but not off-putting, like a pleasant aroma of it. It was a nice and memorable experiment for me, nice and memorable experience. Thank you for sharing it with me. I hope you I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next video.